So as we were waiting to hear back about what was going on with the case with Leah, me and Dee sat down with King and trying to, evidence collect to have to give to the defects worker whenever we hear back. We sat down with King and Dee was showing him pictures of everybody in the family. He showed him a picture of him. He was able to say who he was, who Kion was, who Jackson was, who I was. He showed him a picture of his mom. He just pointed. So he swiped to another picture of his mom. He just pointed. So it's like he knew everybody else around him, but he was not able to identify his mom. So I'm like, this is real good. Like, this would be good for us to show the DFAS worker, like, look, he don't even know who this is. And that'll help, like, support everything that we had already given him about his condition when we first got him. It's like, cool. Also, it was around Christmas time. So because I did not have Carter, like, I still went Christmas shopping for Carter. I went and got his Christmas gifts, wrapped them up, and I mailed it off to him. And I let his dad know, like, hey, I'm sending a package for Carter for Christmas. Just put it on the Christmas tree so that he can have it on Christmas. Of course, I did not tell D that I did any of this because ain't nobody got time to have to explain why I want to send Christmas gifts to my child. And he don't deserve to know what's going on with my child anyway. So, no, I did not tell D that I did that. This was our first Christmas, like, in the house together, because all of the other two prior Christmas, we had been at his dad's house. We celebrated Christmas with his dad. This was going to be our first Christmas in our house. Like, me and D, we weren't like good, but we weren't arguing. I was just kind of like letting him do his thing. Like, just let him do his thing. Because I did not have the mental capacity to argue with him. I didn't feel like arguing with him. So I just let him do his thing. Right before Christmas, he was just like, he had unplugged his GPS in his truck. And I don't know why that time it irritated me. I don't know why. I guess because I had already been talking about it so much. And I'm just like, why do I have to keep telling you about this GPS? Why do you keep saying you're going to leave it plugged in and then you unplug it? Like, yo, what's going on? And then I'm like, I was already dealing with being sick. I'm already dealing with the kids. I'm already cooking. And I'm cooking a separate meal for them and you because you like your food warmed up. You don't like your food warmed up. You like your food hot and ready when you get there. So it's like, I got to make sure, like, I cook the kids their food, and then by the time I see that you're coming home, start cooking your food. So by the time you walk in the door, your food can be hot. So it's like, I'm trying to do all these things, and I'm just like, I just asked you one thing, and that's just to keep the GPS plugged in. Why can't you do that? So I asked him about it. He came home one day. I asked him about it. I was just like, why do you keep unplugging the GPS? He was like, why you keep looking at the GPS? I said, I get the notifications that it's unplugged. So, like why you keep unplugging the GPS? He was just like, look, my business is my business. Like, why you keep trying to invade my privacy? I said, no, you said you got the GPS on the truck for me to have some sort of security. The same as the security cameras in the house. Like, for me to have some sort of security, but you keep unplugging the truck. He's like, I'm not in danger. He's like, but I was like, but you know exactly what I mean when you said, you know exactly what you meant and how you came off when you said, I'm getting this GPS so you can have some sort of security. You knew I wasn't thinking that you would be in danger. Like, come on, don't even do that. And he was just like, Slim, you need to calm down because who you talking to like that? And I'm like, you got to stop calling me Slim. I'm clapping that. I'm like, you got to stop calling me Slim. Slim, who you clapping at? I'm like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm like, man, fuck this. Like, fuck you. I can't do this. I'm so tired. I'm like, I'm tired. Like, you don't help. You ain't helping with the bills. Like, you're barely here. I'm like, I'm dealing with everything by myself. I'm just like, I can't deal with this. And on top of that, like, my headaches are starting to get worse. They're starting to increase. And I'm just like, I got all these doggone headaches. And I'm like, I don't have a second to breathe. Like, I never have any alone time. Anytime that I'm not in the house, I'm at work. I'm dealing with people. And then when I get off work, I come in the house and I still deal with these kids. And it's just like, you're not here to help me. I'm doing everything. And then on top of that, I have to balance the finances. And it's like, you're not being considerate of my feelings. I'm literally telling him, like, look, you just like, fuck me. And I'm mad at this point. I'm just like, you know what? I'm done. I can't do this. I am tired. So I go up underneath the Christmas tree and I pull out the gift that I have bought him for Christmas. And I'm just like, you don't deserve shit from me. Picked up the box, ripped it open. I'm like, see, and I spent my money to get you this shit. And I tossed the box and his shoes fell out. Like, I got him some foam positives. Because remember, after the parking garage incident, he mentioned how he liked my foam positives and why I didn't get him no foam positives. I ended up getting him some for Christmas. Yeah, look, I know. We just gonna roll with it at this point, okay? I learned my lesson. So, I tossed the box and the shoes fell out. He was like, bitch, who you throwing shit at? And I'm just like, and I walked off in the room, just shaking my finger, walked off in the room. And he was just like, no, who the fuck you throwing shit at? And I turned around and he's standing in the doorway of the room. I'm like, D, I'm just tired. You don't help me. You don't do anything. I'm just like, I just need help. I'm telling you, I need help. I keep begging for help and you not helping me. And I don't know what you're doing. Like, you're not in the house. You're always gone. You're always at work. And I try not to bother you. And every time I call you, can never get in contact with you. I'm like, yo, I'm just tired. Do you hear me? I'm tired. And he looked at me. He was like, I'm sorry. I was like, huh? He was like, look, I get it. I hear you. I'm sorry. And I'm just like, yeah, I just want you to do a little bit better. Like, just help me, just a little bit. I just need a little bit more help, please. Like, please. He was like, okay, like, I can do that. He was like, but you didn't have to throw the shoes. Like, you know, you could have surprised me. Now you done showed me what I got for Christmas. Now what the kids gonna say? What the kids gonna say when I'm opening the gift? And I'm just like, you're right. I'm gonna just go. I said, I'm gonna put it back in the box. I just rewrap it. He said, no, I already know what it is now. I'm like, but the kids don't know that you know what it is. So I'll just rewrap it. And then I started like walking towards him just to walk past him so I can go in the living room and, you know, pick up the shoes and so I can wrap them. He grabbed me. I'm just like, come here, give me a hug. And I'm just like, no, because you always make me feel this way. And then every time that I get to my breaking point, you want to sit up here and say you sorry or you're going to do better. And you never do better. Like, you never do better. Are you going to do better this time? Like, let me know, are you going to do better this time? He was just like, I'm going to do better. Things are going to be better. It's just that, like, I know I got this pending case over me and these are felony charges. I was like, I know, and I'm sorry. I'm like, and I'm here with you through it. Don't say anything. I know. And he was just like, I know that you're here. Like, you always been my ride or die. I was like, I know. So, like, can you stop treating me the way that you treat me? Like, can you just, like, start talking to me a little bit better? Because I'm like, you talk to me like you don't respect me. Like, you don't respect me. And he was just like, you're right. You're right. I'm going to do better. Like, okay. So I went in the living room, rewrapped the gift, put it back on the tree, woke up the next morning, did the whole Christmas thing with the kids because they was asleep. This was Christmas Eve, and they was asleep because, you know, Santa's coming. They had to be in the bed when all that transpired. So when we woke up, gave D his gifts. He opened his gifts, his shoes, and acted so surprised. And the kids were so happy that he was so surprised. And they just loved and ate it up. That was that. That was Christmas. After that, after we opened the Christmas gifts, we went to Pop Pop's house. Opened the Christmas gifts over Pop Pop's house. Then went to Lovey's house. Not Lovey. We went to Dee's mom's house. They wrapped their gifts there. And we enjoyed Christmas. After Christmas was New Year's. New Year's Eve, Dee's mom came to the house because she wanted to bring in New Year's with us. So we was like, all right, we're going to have a game night on New Year's. Normally, we would have game night at Pop Pop's house on New Year's, but because of how Dee was still feeling about Lovey, we weren't going over there. We actually had stopped going over there so much because of how Dee felt about Lovey. So we was having New Year's at the house, doing our game night at the house with Dee's mom. So everything was going good. Like, I had done cooked for everybody. We had done ate. We're laughing, listening to music. We started playing games. And then we started playing Uno. Whew. As we were playing Uno. So the people playing Uno was me, Dee, Jackson, King, and Dee's mom. All playing Uno. So I'm sitting at one end of the table. Dee is across from me and the other end of the table. So we're face to face. Dee's mom is on my right. And then you have Jackson and King on my left. Jackson was right next to me. King was right next to Dee. Jackson knew how to play. King was like playing it by ear. You know, just we was telling King what he should throw down. That's how the game was going. Everything was going good. We was having a good time. But me and Dee, we're very competitive. Like, I'm very competitive. So it's like, and then in Uno, like, everybody can get it. Like, I don't care. I do not care. So it's like, I'm playing like, shoot, anybody can get it. And Dee's playing like, shoot, anybody can get it. So we going through the games. And then I threw out a draw 2. Jackson threw out a draw 2, and then King had a draw 2. He threw that out because we teaching King how to play, and it was Darian's turn, and Darian got pissed because he didn't have a draw 2. I'm like, now you got to draw 6. And he was mad. He was just like, no, y'all can't keep coaching him like you cheating. I'm like, Dee, I'm not cheating. Like, come on, just play. And his mama just sitting there laughing. And like, I'm thinking like this is like playful competition. So the game keep going. And stuff like that keep happening. And then one time Dee had reversed it to where now King goes after him instead of him going after King. And when it got to me, I reversed it back and was like, nah, King you finna go after King. And then when I reversed it back, Jackson threw out his color, and then King threw out a draw 4. Cause you know, he's learning how to play. He threw out a draw 4, and Dee got pissed. He was like, man, you got me playing behind him and he don't even know how to play. Like, you cheating, you know you cheating. And I'm like, Dee, like chill. It's a game. Like, don't get mad because I'm winning. Like, I'm like eating up. I'm like, don't get mad because I'm winning. You just mad because I'm winning. He's like, no, you cheating. You better stop. Like, stop playing with me. You better stop playing with me. I was like, what you gonna do, Dee? What you gonna do? You gonna beat my ass? And when I said that, all the laughing stopped. Like, everything got quiet. And I'm just like, shit. Dee looked at me. He was like, let me talk to you for a minute. And I was just like, I was just playing. His mom was sitting right there. I was like, I was just playing. He's like, let's step in the room right quick. I was like, okay. So I got up and I'm like, I looked at his mom and I looked at the boys and I walked in the room. So our kitchen, our dining room where we were sitting at our room was right across that little doorway, the little walkway right there. So it was literally 2 steps and I'm in the room. Well, more than 2 steps, like a good 6 steps, and I'm in the room. So I go in the room and Dee walking right behind me. I turn around and I was just like, Dee, I'm sorry. He closed the door. He was like, you said that shit in front of my mama? I was like, Dee, no, I was joking. It wasn't supposed to like go like it was a joke. I'm sorry. It was a joke. He was like, you said that shit in front of my mom, Slim? And then he started walking towards me. I'm like, Dee, they right outside the door. It was a joke. And before I could say joke, boom, right in my forehead. Like right here. And I'm like, Dee. And I'm like, don't hit me. And I fell to the ground. He's like, you did that shit in front of my mama? Right in front of my mama? I'm like, Dee, like, D, I'm looking up at him. I'm like, D, like, stop. They right there. Like, they're outside the door. Like, D, stop. Like, stop. And then he started walking towards me. And I'm just like, D, stop. Everybody is right outside the door. Next thing you know, his mama opened the door and it's like, what's going on in here?